For those of you guys just joining us on the video, I did talk through the logistics on both this assignment, which is due Sunday night, as well as this assignment, which is due Friday night. This one we've been working on since before spring break. This one everyone's working on starting now. In these videos, I did explain that last year, 2021, this year they're just now starting on this series, so a lot of them haven't happened yet, which is why I'm having you watch 9 through the end as far as the different 8 review sessions, and as you watch, you are working through the problems they do. Now, the handouts that you look at are going to have a lot of problems, half of which they don't do. They do 1 page of multiple choice and 1 FRQ. The other multiple choice, the other FRQ, we're not doing all of them in class, but we are going to do some, and that's going to comprise the beginning part of our day. You can pause and look at our lesson plan. But here we go. They just tried number 7. Number 7! How many of you guys are confident about A? Let me see it. Who wants to vote for A? Who wants to vote for B? Who wants to vote for C? Who wants to vote for D? Oh, we have anybody.
No.
We have people on all the different options. Let's check it.
What'd you put?
Question. That just wasted time. How could I write the second derivative faster?
F double prime.
F double prime, or I could do y double prime, right? Is equal to x 4³ plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Y triple prime. Wait a minute. Did I actually have to take 4 derivatives, or did I only have to take 3? Plus 6x plus 2.
3.
What did they give me? The first derivative already.
I absolutely
Dun dun dun. Make the correction that you need to do. Make the correction that you need to do. Check it. If they had given us the original function, it would have been 4, but they gave us the first derivative. We only needed 3 more. If you were doing notation, hopefully you would have known when you were at the first. Questions going once. Questions going twice. 1 more multiple choice. Go. Josh Yang, do you know the chain rule? Go.
That's a good question.
Multiple choice, 1.5 minutes each.
Oh shoot, there's another question?
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we have to, we don't have to show words really on the camera?
No, it's okay.
It's just, okay.
I'm just having you go fast if you would understand.
Yeah,
But you know where to find it if you need it.
yeah.
Or if you want to practice again.
What is when x equals 30? I don't know.
You let me know. Bruh. Oh.
Seconds.
That's crazy.
I'm feeling B. God is B, bro. No, it can't be A because you need to keep the inner the same. I think. Okay. I was right. I'm so goated. I'm getting
Okay, we're doing process of elimination before I show the solving way. Sarah, why'd you say A is wrong and you're totally right?
Because for chain rule, you have to have I think it's derivative of the first, keep the inner, and then derivative of the outer. So it doesn't have anything of the inner, it would be sin x.
Yeah, so, and to put the words, it'd be derivative of the outer, keep the inner, times the derivative of the inner. But you're right, that can't be a cosine. That would need to be, yeah, no. So all the rest of them have 1 over. Why does it have 1 over? over?
Cause LN.
Because ln says 1 over. 1 over u, the u is this. Boys! Times u prime, and what's the derivative of f of sine of x? Well, don't you have to do f prime of sine of x? Oh, does anybody know what the right answer is now? I'm not done yet.
There.
Because what else do I need?
No.
U prime.
They were wrong.
Did you realize that there were 3 layers? No. Just think about it. Did you realize there were 3 layers? Some of you thought just 2.
Oh shoot.
I had an ln, a 1 over. I had an f, so f prime, and then I had a sine, so cosine. But do you see it? I had 3 pieces that needed deriving. I had an ln, an f, and a sine, which is like an f, a g, and an h. I had 3 things that needed deriving, therefore d is the proper answer. Does it make sense though? Questions? Going once, going twice? Ah! There are words! Here we go. No calculator, they make it nice and obvious. Okay, what are we being given? Don't worry, I'll talk it through. I'm not going to let you guys, at this point, I'm not going to force you. I already did that with the CalcAB for most of you. Here we go. Ready? What do we have? That's just a clue. Whatever, it's a clue. I don't know. Think about it later. What else do we have?
Equation.
That's a calculus word. Oh, my ones on your phones, you're missing out. To both the graph of g at 5 and the graph of h at 5. How on earth am I supposed to be able to pull out the derivative of g at 5?
Isn't it just for, what's it called? The slope part of it?
The slope of the tangent. Question, do you guys know how to find the slope of a line? Oh my goodness, it's algebra 1. Where's the slope?
5 thirds.
Negative.
Negative 5/3, right? The derivative is the slope of the tangent. I have the tangent and it's right here. The tangent to g is this equation, so therefore all I have to do, no work, just put negative 5 over 3. Ooh, I like that. But pause. That's a tangent line. The slope of the tangent line is the derivative. This is technically, if you guys want to see it, the way they wrote it with y is equal to y1 plus f prime of c times x minus c. They wrote like point slope form, but like moving it over to the other side. Actually, that was probably more confusing than it needs to be. We do it the algebra way. Yeah, he's chilling back there.
What a guy.
You see it?
Yes.
So the m is in the m spot like it would be for point slope. And so that's the guy that I get to say is the derivative because the derivative is the slope of the tangent line. Whoa, what's going on in B? They give me something new. Oh, what were the 2 derivative rules I should have used today and I didn't? Actually, the 3 derivative rules.
Is it like product quotient?
Product quotient and just the basic chain rule. What was I thinking? I was giving you crazy things like secant, inverse. Anyway, how does product rule work? And Josh, why am I bringing it up at a time like this?
Because you have 2 separate, you have a box and
So
a triangle.
everybody, show off your derivative rules. Show off your derivative rules. Do that product rule.
Where's the B?
Oh, it's okay.
I underline it.
My bad. Thank you.
Show off the product rule. Ezzy, where's your paper? You doing that product rule? Rocco, where's your paper? You doing that product rule? Oh, you guys are killing me, Smalls. Let's go. It's time to prioritize, and the priority right now is let's get through topics.
Yeah, we won. Thank God.
Shh, do that product rule. You got this. Second D first plus first D second. Second D first plus first D second.
Wait, is it okay to leave it like this?
Careful, no, we need it all to be numbers.
What?
How can we possibly make it all numbers? I have G of second D first. What was D first?
4x.
Plus first
2x squared times g prime.
D second.
You plug in the.
I need to plug in.
The 5.
So maybe to save time, we could have done that to begin with, but we don't have to. We could do it after. That's fine.
Oh, do you have 5?
some people are making some connections. G of 5 times 4 times 5. I do not have to make that 20. Depending on how my brain is doing when I'm doing this problem, when your brain is doing it in an AP, you might not even be able to. So just leave it 4 times 5. That's fine. But who's saying something about G of 5?
B.
Because, what do I have?
1.
They gave me a clue. Go looking for it. Oh my goodness, did they give me another clue? Oh, this is a nasty question. If you get that one wrong, you get this one wrong.
Oh,
No, because on the AP, a question that builds, if you get it wrong here, but you do it right there, they might still give you the points. Which means, if you don't know how to do this, make up a number and use it later. It's fine.
make up a
What do
number.
you mean?
If you didn't know what this is, I need it. So just say it's 2 and be like, okay, cool, it's 2.
Just say it's
If it builds, just make up a number to use it later. But we know what the answer is. The answer is negative 5/3. I'm going to put the right answer, not some made-up answer. And I would end up with 1 times 4 times 5 plus 2 times 5 squared. Why am I leaving it like this? I'm sticking it to the man. Once I have all my numbers in, I'm done. The
Now, if it
pause.
said like 2, because you know how it says like find the W prime for C? For C?
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't even gotten there yet.
If it says like find W prime of 5,
It better have 5s that I can use, otherwise I'm screwed. Like, they won't give me some random 2 when they've given me
but
5.
like you can just plug in the 5 and then just leave it. Because even though like it's saying
I just need to get it to numbers. So see how I plugged in 5 here, but I couldn't be done because I had to make the connection?
So even though it's saying like kind of exact, kind of, because it's like giving you what to plug in, you don't necessarily have to like completely.
Right, you don't need to make it look nice. But I do need the numbers, not just like this is what you would need to do. It's like, no, you actually need to do it, but then stop. Yeah. Benny.
Is it okay if you write it as like 20 plus 50 times negative 5? Can we simplify, or is that?
I'm just warning, I have seen so many simple mistakes that I've had to mark wrong. And I know that the AP graders, like every AP workshop I go to, every single one, there are people that grade APs year after year that just like tell your kids not to simplify. The number one hint for any new AP teacher is tell them not to simplify. Because they've had to mark things wrong. And even if like the math is perfect, then they have to take away a point, and it just sucks. Yeah. Well, because they simplify wrong. It's not wrong to simplify, but your brain just does silly math mistakes and it marks down your exam. But yeah, if you put 1 times 20, or that's 20, and then you did your PEMDAS to get 50 times negative 5/3, I mean, you're not wrong. But as you're grading your stuff, if you are just naturally simplifying because your brain does that faster, just when you grade, make sure it means the same thing as that final answer they get, and that you didn't do something wrong. P.S. For those of you guys just chilling, you should be taking a derivative, and what's the other rule you should be using? Quotient rule.
Can you read it?
W of x is equal to 3 h of x minus x all over 2x plus 1. W of x is equal to 3 h of x minus x all over 2x plus 1. Bottom to top minus top to bottom, all over bottom. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I won't kind of explain this, but I was just gonna say that like if g of 5 is equal to 1, then why is g prime if I'm not 0?
G of 5 is just 1 point on the graph, but I don't know if it's curved there, I don't know if it's straight there, I don't know what the slope is unless I look at the function and take the derivative. So remember, whenever I'm doing g prime of 5, it's g prime of x such that x is equal. I'm not deriving a plugged in point, I'm not deriving a y value, I'm deriving the function that goes through that line. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah.
Constant, like, you see how it's 3h of x?
Uh-huh.
Would it be 3h of x prime?
Or you just do 3h prime of x, because h is that little function you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, did I not say that?
You said the prime after. I would put the prime with the h for the proper notation. So bottom to top. Did you guys put your parentheses? You're not killing any seals, are you?
No. Possibly.
Mm.
Sorry.
Minus top.
Sorry, Josh.
Apologize to yourself and be like, I can do better. It's okay.
Thank you.
All over bottom squared. Now careful. Can I make a big note real quick? Do you guys notice what I did not put here? What did I not put in between the general and the particular? What did I not put here?
Equal.
I cannot put in equals. If I say the general is the specific, they're going to have to take a point off for an incorrect argument. I did not put in equals because you could put a comma, you could put an arrow, you could put, but don't put equals. Why am I saying that? Can I put equals and plug in 5? I can't, but it's the exact same reason as this. I can't put equals and plug in 5 because I'm saying the general equals the particular. I can't say that. But what I can do is something like this and put a line and say now I'm plugging in 5 and then I'm allowed to put in equals.
Do we have to do that? Or like, can we just like...
Or you can just put a comma or you just go to the next line. You can go to the next line.
Right next to each.
Just no equals.
Okay.
No, it's okay. But a lot of you guys like to connect your work, so it's like just don't put in equals. A general is different than a particular. It's a big idea in calculus. And a lot of people like make mistakes on. Benny, for sake of room, I would probably simplify this a little bit, right? Because I'm like, well, 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Like, I would probably, just to save room, I would do that, but it's probably safer for some of you not to do that, so I don't really know. Stink, guys. Who's h prime of 5?
Negative 5 over 3.
Nice.
Because isn't it, right? Isn't it tangent to both of them? And aren't they? I'm able to use the same clues as I did for G for H. So H prime is going to be that negative 5/3 also. For 3H, I'm able to use that 1 also. Minus, who's X? 5? Are we really appreciative for sticking it to the man?
Yes.
Right? And 2 times 5 plus 1. It's a gorgeous technique that all AP teachers would advise if they know anything about AP grading. But why was I able to use H prime as negative 5/3? Because that line was tangent to both G and H. Why was I able to use H prime as 1? H of 5 is 1 because it was equal to G of 5. How are we doing?
Wait, can I don't know, is that an 11?
Well, because I was running out of room. It's 2 times 5 plus 1. You're right, I didn't totally stick it to the man. I wasn't sure I'd have room. Okay. P.S. Watch your parentheses. Yeah, it has a tutor. Okay.
She has a
No. It's like a puzzle piece. I don't know. Stop. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Rizzy, you can go the next one.
Throw Andy into the bus.
No, I have it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is a huge question.
God, it's not done.
This shows up on every single AP ever. They made their FRQs very extensive because most FRQs would have 3 of these, but who knows which 3? You know what I mean? So they gave you 5 because it's like, well, in these 5, you'll pretty much have the 3 of each. Breathe. Use the tangent line. Use the tangent line to the graph of h at x equals 5 to approximate h of 4.8.
Plug in.
Oh wait, they gave me a tangent line.
See, this is too
All I gotta do is plug it in. Because, well, hold on, y equals, you always double, triple check that you have exactly what you're supposed to have. Y is equal to 1 minus 5/3.
That's too easy, bro. On God, I would have put like, nah, take 3.
Man, Miss D, when you give us back our mock APs that we took, can you go over the bicycle one? Like, cause can you go over
Yes.
Miss D, if you don't laugh at my answers, then I did
Did you
something
write,
wrong.
like,
Cause
little nice stuff on it?
No, I think I wrote like a sad face.
Sometimes
Nathan was very excited. He wrote jokes on the outside of all the boxes where it said, do not write outside the box. He was like, bah.
Of course, what a scally line.
Yeah.
What an absolute scally.
Yeah.
I mean, he was working real hard.
What a
the whole time.
joke.
Okay, so, gotta plug in, right?
I wish you was drawn into
But Sarah, it is that easy, right? And all I have to say is that approximates h of 4. Now, I can't say equals, but I can say approximates, and I can... Because I'm sticking it to the man, and I have it all wrong. Right?
Oh,
Oh, you have to do the
They gave me the tangent line. I just had to plug in 4.8. That's how I use tangent lines to approximate.
Do you have to do the squigglies or can you just do equal?
Because you're a
Oh, Josh.
What are you doing?
Alright, letter E.
That could be a very like wrong answer. If it was approximate.
Right.
15.
So we.
It could be a very... Because the curve could have deviated right away. Yeah. Let P be a function. Now, guys, they just love being like, hey, it's a new function. You're like, okay. What are they asking for, though? I mean, whatever. Accept it. It's there. And then what do they want?
To find F prime. Where's F
Okay, exactly. Exactly. So pause. You're like, who? Pause. What did they say? P prime. I know. That's what you want eventually down here. If you want to, you can tell yourself, like, okay, get back to this somehow. I don't know. But stop. What do you know? You know P. And what have they given you? P prime. So hold on. Shouldn't I do P prime first? And then I can set that equal to, well, not equal to, but then I can say, I can't set anything equal to 1/3 until I take a derivative. Ready, set, go. Take a derivative of P.
What? Wait.
No, see,
Oh,
You don't-
I don't know.
you don't always need to know how it's going to work out. I need this. I don't know. But I have this. Okay. They give me a derivative. I'm like, oh, I need his derivative. Otherwise, I can't. But you need to actually derive stuff. So let's do it together real fast. What's the derivative of G?
G prime.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Since we already also know G prime.
We're going to be plugging in stuff in just a second.
I can't.
Don't. If you start too soon, it starts to morph in on itself, and you have equals where there aren't supposed to. You know what I mean? Just keep them separate. Don't put in 5 yet. But yes, that's what we're going to go back and use, right? Hold on. Product rule. We needed to review, and we didn't in our Forevers Around the Room. Quotient rule. We needed to review, and we didn't do in our Forevers Around the Room. What's the one other rule we didn't really do?
Chain.
Basic chain. Basic chain says the derivative of f of u is what? Derivative of the outside. Keep the inner times derivative of the inner, right? Pause, does it make sense? Derivative of the outside, keep the inside times.
Is F prime and G prime the same thing?
Well, we have to plug in stuff, right? So hold on. Sarah just said that we know G prime of 5. Oh, good. We have to plug in 5. It says 5, right?
Exactly.
Cool. So then G prime of 5 plus, which we know that,
Oh,
F prime of, ooh, what's 3 times 5?
15.
Oh, that's fine.
That's madness.
Bro,
That's madness.
Wait, why did you?
Wait, with an X.
Never mind.
See it?
I got it.
It just happens.
No, I was
So some of you would have been so stressed out about the 15 instead of just being like, I don't know, P prime, let's do it. And then I'll figure that out along the way. It's bound to be in there somewhere, right? And Sarah, you said we already had this guy. Isn't he negative 5/3? Was that right?
I think so.
He was the slope of the...
Yeah, negative 5.
Yeah. I got that. I don't know this. But what do I know?
1/3. I mean, yeah. 1/3.
Yeah. Yeah. So I should use some algebra, right? How do I use some algebra? Well, okay.
Alone.
We can't stick it to the man. We got to get f prime alone. How do we get f prime alone?
Add.
Add 5/3. And if you don't like adding, you can just show it and be like, ha 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 ha, even though I know it's 6/3, which is 2. You're right. You're right. I'm just showing if you're like totally paranoid. That's fine. That's fine. And then divide by?
That was disgusting.
Otherwise known as 2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I know. But I'm saying, if you want to be like an extreme, stick it to the manor, you can.
Man, stick it to the man.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really quite work, but that's fine.
To the manner.
Okay. What were we trying to do today? We were trying to review, and I'm trying to go in the same order as the videos that you guys are to be watching. Now, pause. Some of you guys watched the first review video. This was just hopefully solidifying the basics of derivatives, which were the derivative rules that we went over in our Forevers Around the Room. Good thing product, quotient, and chain came in on the FRQ. Wait a minute. Are you supposed to watch this derivatives and chain rule? No, this is the weird 2022 upcoming. You wouldn't be able to watch them all anyway. Remember, we're scrolling down. Hey, but wait a minute. What about those of you that already watched this video? That all made sense. Could you go watch the 2022 one at some point before the AP? Of course, it's going to be all new practice. It's going to solidify things. You totally could. I'm just asking you to go back to these videos because they're all here and they're all ready to go. Those of you that haven't watched the first review session, do you think you can do this one? Oh yeah. Do that tonight. 52 minutes, just right along with them, and you're solidifying everything to do with derivatives and chain rule. However, hold on. On Friday, we are finishing off derivatives, which would be, oh guys, applications of derivatives. There are words.
No.
We're doing applications of derivatives and limits and continuity. We will save integration for next week. So check it. I might extend the deadline on the videos a little bit. But that's only if you guys show up to class having been like, hey, I've watched them and I'm ready to go. So listen up. For Friday. I know today was like, I know how to tackle these problems. Even if we would have maybe made mistakes, you knew how to tackle them. Why? Because they were using basic rules. On Friday, I need you to watch the applications of derivatives because you guys are not that sharp on that. That's all sorts of things like related rates and optimization. It'll help you so much to come in on Friday before our practice, our extra practice. Make sure you watch the first 3 videos. Cool? By Friday?
Yeah.
So I think I might actually split this. I want it to be one assignment. But I want to give you guys some accountability. Do you need me to separate the assignment of the videos and make 1 through 3 due Friday? Do you need that?
I'm alright.
Okay, I have people asking for accountability. I'm going to go ahead and separate it and make 1 through 3 due on Friday, so that work due on Friday to give you like a, hey, I'm turning this in, getting it done. And then we'll have 4 through, probably like 4 and 5. Yeah, definitely, those are theorems. 4 and 5 will be due Sunday night, and then 6 through 8 will be due next week. So I'm splitting it up. You are having more time, but I'm giving you accountability. Is that cool? All right. Rest, relax,